make a butterfly, we will need two balloons. One for the wings, preferably of a darker color, and another balloon of another color, preferably lighter, for the body, the head, and the antennas. Let's start with the wings. I chose a purple balloon. Inflate the balloon all the way. But before you make your knot, let some air escape a little bit so that the balloon is not too tight and compressed. Then, you can pinch the tip of the balloon to free a little margin, so that you can tie it together with the opening of the balloon, just like that. Compress the part of the balloon that is closer to the opening to push the air toward the end of the balloon. This is to make sure that the air pressure is evenly distributed from the beginning to the end of the loop you just made. Okay, let's now divide this loop in two equal parts. This will help you localize the exact center of the loop. Pinch the balloon right at that spot and twist it just like if you were making a bubble. Excellent! Now you should have two long bubbles attached together of exactly the same length. Let's continue. Align these two bubbles side by side and we will divide them in two parts, but this time one part will be shorter and the other part will be longer. Just like that. And now you can pinch and twist those two bubbles together. At this stage, you should have two sets of two bubbles. Bend both sets of bubbles and bring together the end of the two larger bubbles with the end of the two smaller ones. Now, flatten each side against the other to form 4 loops. And if you hold the center of those 4 loops together within one hand, then your other hand will be able to lock twist a big loop and a small loop on one side, and another big loop and another small loop on the other side. Rearrange the loops so that the two big ones are side by side on the top and the two smaller ones are side by side at the bottom. The wings are now done. Let's put them aside for now. Take the balloon for the body. I chose a pink one. And inflate it, but not all the way. Leave a margin of about 6 inches. Then, before you make the knot, pinch the balloon at about 7 inches from the margin. And let all the air escape from the beginning of the balloon. Actually, the idea is to have a bubble of about 6 inches wide in the very middle of your balloon. So, before you make the knot, you may want to have a little bit more air escape from the balloon. Like that. Now you can make your knot. If the bubble is not exactly at the center, you may have to push one side to displace it a little bit. Then, fold it in two and compare the length of the two margins, which should be exactly the same. So here again, you may have to push on one side of the balloon or the other side to ensure both margins are about the same size. Then, tie both margins together at their base. Those will be the two antennas of the butterfly. You should now also have a little loop beside the two antennas. Pinch that loop at about 1/3 of its circumference and make a bubble. In fact, you should now have 2 bubbles, a small one and a big one. Bring the two extremities of the bigger bubbles together and transform the little bubble into a pinch twist. the whole time making sure that the two antennas are kept safely out of the way. Well done! You have just made the head and the belly of our butterfly. Let's now assemble everything together. First, tuck the head and the antennas safely inside the palm of your holding hand. Then take back the wings and slide the crease between the body and the head of the butterfly in between the four wings. While continuing to keep the antennas out of the way, have the body of the butterfly rotate a few times around the junction of the wings. Then rearrange the wings. The two taller ones should be on each side of the head. While the two smaller ones should be on each side of the belly. And then rearrange both antennas. Let's now make a drawing. Like usual, two little eyes, two eyebrows, two very small dots for breathing, and a nice big smile. And this is how you can make a fantastic balloon butterfly.